A vegan trifle is a delicious, layered dessert that can be customized to your taste. The basic components are a sponge cake base, a fruit layer, often jelly or compote, a creamy custard, and a final topping of vegan whipped cream. Here is a general recipe for a classic vegan trifle, with options for making different components from scratch or using store-bought alternatives for convenience. Components of a vegan trifle. Sponge cake layer. This provides the base. You can use a store-bought vegan sponge cake or bake one from scratch. Fruit layer. This can be a fruit compote, fresh fruit, or vegan jelly. Custard layer. This is the creamy heart of the trifle. Vegan custard powder, like Bird's, or a homemade custard made with plant-based milk and cornstarch are great options. Whipped cream topping. A light and fluffy topping is essential. You can make whipped cream from a chilled can of full-fat coconut milk or use a store-bought vegan whipping cream. Optional extras. Sherry or fruit juice for soaking the sponge, and garnishes like toasted flaked almonds, fresh berries, or grated chocolate. Recipe: classic vegan trifle. This recipe assumes you are making the sponge cake, compote, and custard from scratch. Ingredients. For the sponge cake: 100 g vegan margarine or butter, 150 g golden castor sugar, 200 g self-raising flour, 1 TSE baking powder, 200 milliliters plant-based milk, for example, soy or almond. For the fruit compote: 400 g frozen or fresh raspberries or mixed berries, 125 g sugar, 1 TBSP lemon juice. For the custard: 450 milliliters plant-based milk, 2.5 TBSP cornstarch, corn flour, 3 TSP vanilla extract or paste, 50 g castor sugar, 50 g vegan butter. For the whipped cream: 2 cans of full-fat coconut milk, chilled overnight in the fridge. Optional: a little icing sugar for sweetness. For assembly and garnish: fruit juice or vegan sherry for soaking the cake, fresh berries for garnish, toasted flaked almonds or other toppings. Instructions. 1. Prepare the sponge cake. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Grease and line a baking tin. In a bowl, whisk together the vegan margarine, sugar, flour, baking powder, and plant-based milk until a smooth batter forms. Pour the batter into the prepared tin and bake for 25-30 minutes, or until a skewer inserted into the center comes out clean. Allow the cake to cool completely on a wire rack. 2. Make the fruit compote. In a saucepan, combine the berries, sugar, and lemon juice. Heat over a medium heat, stirring occasionally until the fruit breaks down and the mixture becomes a thick, jam-like compote, about 5-10 minutes. Set aside to cool to room temperature. 3. Prepare the custard. In a saucepan, whisk together the cornstarch with a small amount of the plant-based milk to create a smooth paste. Add the remaining milk, vanilla, and sugar, and whisk until combined. Place the saucepan over a medium-low heat, stirring constantly. The custard will begin to thicken. Once it has reached your desired consistency, about 5-10 minutes, remove from the heat and immediately stir in the vegan butter until smooth. Transfer to a bowl and cover with a piece of parchment paper or cling film directly on the surface to prevent a skin from forming. Let it cool. 4. Make the coconut whipped cream. Carefully open the chilled cans of coconut milk without shaking them. Scoop out the solid, thick coconut cream from the top, leaving the clear liquid behind. Transfer the solid cream to a large bowl and whip with a whisk or electric mixer until it's light and fluffy. You can add a little icing sugar for sweetness if desired. Keep the whipped cream refrigerated until you are ready to assemble the trifle. 5. Assemble the trifle. Cut the cooled sponge cake into cubes or slices and arrange a layer in the bottom of a large glass trifle bowl. Drizzle the cake with fruit juice or sherry to moisten it. Spoon the cooled fruit compote over the cake, spreading it to the edges. Pour the cooled custard over the fruit layer and gently smooth it out. Place the bowl in the fridge for at least 4 hours, or ideally overnight, to allow the layers to set and the flavors to meld. Just before serving, top the trifle with the prepared whipped coconut cream. Garnish with fresh berries, toasted almonds, or grated chocolate. Serve and enjoy.